happy race day. And thank you for those who commented on Darrell's post for my birthday. Here's number 37. And thank you, Duncan, for my free coffee. It was sweet of you. Today. So yeah. And happy early birthday to Victor of Legacy Maker Sports Network. His birthday is tomorrow on the 10th. So happy early birthday, Victor, to another June baby. So exciting to have quite a few of us June babies in the network. So exciting to have. Yay! I'm like the least crazy person when it comes, or exciting person to celebrate birthdays. So literally, I'm like the anti-celebrate birthday person. I love celebrating everyone else's birthday and giving everybody else presents, but when it comes to celebrating my own, I'm like, no. I don't want, no, don't do that. I'm good. That's just, I don't know, I've been like that since pretty much I was a child. So nothing has changed even into adulthood. People are like, oh, I want a birthday. No, I don't even want a birthday day. Am I thankful for another year, another opportunity to do better, be better? Absolutely. More opportunities to talk NASCAR, that as well. So, but beyond that, that's about it. So I hope you have your coffee, your tea, whatever beverage you're drinking, so that we can talk some NASCAR this morning. Because our race at Worldwide Technology Raceway definitely left some interesting things to happen, especially at the end. And then we had Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson get together and have issues between the two of them. It ended Kyle Busch's day and knocked Kyle Busch out of the points. Sorry, these curls are gotta go back. It has knocked him out of the playoff points right now. He is officially out. Going into the race last weekend, this was the race he won last year. So they felt pretty confident in themselves that this would be his win going in, possibly. And they were ready. They brought the same setup, everything into this race. We're set to go. And race into first. Race into that category that Kyle has one win every season that so far he has not gotten yet this season. And he just that connection where they were bumping into each other sent him, damaged the car enough that I guess they decided it was not something that they could fix in the allotted time to get him back out on the road. Kyle Larson met the minimum speed required by NASCAR and was able to get back out there. And he went on to actually finish 10th in that race. So Kyle Busch didn't have very nice things to say. He was upset, which to a point I don't blame him for being upset. But I don't know, for me, and looked like they were both racing very hard. And it's not me saying, oh, it's Hendricks. Oh, it's RCR. No, it looked like to me two drivers that were racing hard for a position. And because to me, they're both two drivers. I don't have a favorite on in the NASCAR Cup Series at all. I don't have a favorite team like I would used to, because my driver retired, and I just never picked another driver ever. I just follow them all kind of now, which is sad, but that's the truth of the matter. I just haven't found the one that I feel like works the best for me personally. And you know, I used to be very much a, oh my gosh, I can't stand Kyle Busch person, and I would say, oh my, it's all, that was totally Kyle Busch's, but I can't even say it was either one. It looks like, you know, they were both hard racing. They both won at the same position, and so I think one could have given a little bit to have made it a cleaner pass. Wholeheartedly, I definitely agree that they could have done that wholeheartedly a little bit better. But what I do know is both of them are very much drivers that are like, nope, I'm not gonna give it up. I'm going to be somebody that's going to be either tough to pass, or I'm just going to send it in there. And that's how they both race. So we've seen it. We continue to see this happen. So it's just that. It was, you know, good to see, but hard to see at the same time. So I understand the frustration, the part though, on Kyle Busch's side, because, like you said, what is 1 point to Kyle Larson at this point? Because, you know, he already has a win, and you know, he already is okay. But at that point, for Kyle, he hadn't gotten a waiver. He didn't know. He's like, I don't know where I stand, where I'm at this point. What's gonna happen? So it was crazy. So we had the Christopher Bell swept both the first and second stage. I really thought it was his race to win until his car blew up. And way to go, Martin Truex Jr., to be an amazing teammate. I swear you should get the Teammate of the Year award if there is such an award. If not, I'm making that an award. You get the Teammate of the Year award. You were down already, well, several laps, and, you know, helped where you could help to ensure that your teammate crossed the line. And, you know, Christopher Bell finished 7th, still running with his car the way it was running, as a blown up car, which is insane. Whereas we had poor Ryan Blaney, who was going to win the race, who ran out of fuel because they thought they had enough fuel in the car, ended up 24th. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. Austin Cindric ended up winning that race because he ended up having enough fuel to get around and getting that win. We had quite a few incidents. The first one being the 42, the 15, the inside of turn 2, the 16, the 15, another incident, in the backstretch. And then we had, of course, the Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch incident. There was an incident with the 47 as well. So we did have 16 lead changes among 10 drivers. Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Todd Gilliland, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Austin Cindric, Joey Logano only led one, but still led. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, all led laps. So this broke an 88 winless streak for Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric's last win was his Daytona 500 win, his rookie year, which is insane. Yeah, it happens. Or sorry, 85, not 88, 85 race winless streak. So that gives Ford another win for the books. So super exciting for him. And that should help some, as I believe he is open for contract negotiations this year for silly season, if I recall correctly. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. While we're talking about silly season, Daniel Suarez has said he is set to sign another multi-year extension with Trackhouse. So we're expecting any day now to get the multi-year contract extension there. We also are waiting to still see who or if anyone gets picked up from SHR. Todd Gilliland signs a contract extension, and it is this time a multi-year for Front Row Motorsports. They have not announced what car he will be driving in yet. And then sad news, Kyle Busch crashed during an Indy tire test, sadly. He has also said he wants to do kind of like Kyle Larson, do the Indy 500 and the Coke 600, the double. So our Richard Childress, RC, has said, he is totally for it. He has nothing against it. So I don't know if they're going to start maybe trying to work on that. Or not. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. And I'm waiting to hear final if Kyle Larson, I know that they signed like a 2-year deal. If next year, if they're going to try again. NASCAR did come up and say yes, that they would give him the waiver. That he made every effort to get to Charlotte. You could see that he made every effort to get to Charlotte, to get in the car, fighting both rainstorms to get there, be there. And sadly, the weather just did not play into his favor in either race to be there. And so it just, that has been a huge topic though of conversation. It's very much been a yay, they gave it to him, or what do we need to do in place of a waiver? So I don't know. Some people are very NASCAR needs to regulate these, and then we need to get rid of the waivers altogether. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I still have to think about that. Because I understand some of the waivers for illness and being out because of concussions or injuries. That's one thing that I have had the most respect for in this sport, is that when our drivers do get hurt, that their teams take it seriously. They allow them time to heal. They allow them time to do what needs to be done, or get the treatment that they need for them to have the best life needed outside of this sport. It's one of the things that my husband hears me speak about often when it comes to football, where you have football players who don't take the proper time. Not all of them. Please don't think I'm talking about all of them. There are quite a few of them, or quite a lot of them though, that don't take the proper time to heal and their injuries. And because of that, they end up getting hurt. Or continuously get hurt, or other issues continue to arise. And please know that I also understand that, yes, this is their livelihood. This is what they do. They put their lives on the line, or their bodies on the line in this case, to do this job. I get that as well. But sometimes being able to take that step back and say, something's not right, instead of just injecting me with another dose of pain medicine, let me continue to figure out what's wrong. Let me properly heal my concussion instead of saying the right words for my concussion, to get back in the car or to get back on the field. We might not be where we are in some of the sports that we are. So, or have some of the people that we have that you can clearly see need assistance now because they have the damage. The damage has been done because they didn't take care of themselves the way they needed to. And that's the one thing that when Dale Jr. did it and said, Mr. Hendricks, I'm not okay. I'm not good. Whew. I need to take this time to get better. And he stood by him and said, cool. Let's do what we need to do to get you where you need to be so that you can be the best whatever it is that's the next step for you after racing. That should be where we always take that line. You get one brain. There is not a brain transplant, people. We are not robots. Yes, you can have back surgery, but it doesn't fix it completely. There you can get knee surgery. Again, it doesn't fix it completely. You can have hip surgery. You can have all the surgeries in the world. Does it help some? Yeah, it can help some, but it's not going to fix the problem. Just saying. But to end on a happier note, before we talk about Sonoma, congratulations to Corey LaJoy on the newest member of his family. Him and his wife welcomed PJ this week. So, to the family, which I believe is their second baby. So congratulations to the LaJoy family on the birth of their new baby. There's quite a few more coming. I think around November, we have a couple more. November, December. So we have a couple more new parents coming as well. So I believe Eric Jones is due. The Jones family is due, and the Wallace family is due sometime around there. I think Bubba Wallace's wife's due in October though. So, and that they should be there for that too. If they're racing, you should be there to see your child being born without being penalized. I'm sorry. Now, if you're like just, oh, I don't want to race today, that's a whole different ballgame. So yeah, there has to be some rules. Definitely some rules. So we got to figure something out. Definitely. Or a panel or something. I don't know. Something got to happen. SVG won yesterday, by the way, for the Xfinity, and from what I understand, there was some issue with maybe Ty Gibbs, and so that just, I didn't watch the Xfinity race. I was doing other things, so yeah, it was very interesting. But it seems like some people are unhappy. Possibly that a gas pedal might have been stuck. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure though. But we are at Sonoma today. The command to start engines is at 3:38. Green flag is scheduled to wave at 3:50. Driver's introductions are at 3. And invocation will be given at 3:30. It's 110 laps on the almost 2-mile road course. Stage 1 ends at 25, stage 2 at 55, and as long as nothing crazy happens, we should end at 110. Fox will broadcast the race today at 3:30 p.m. Pre-race is on FS1 starting at 2, and then everything moves over to Fox starting at 3. PRN, if you need to listen to it, or Sirius XM channel 90. So many Sirius. Can you sponsor me? I really talk about y'all enough. No, I'm kidding. Sunny skies with a high of 77 degrees and no chance of rain at the start of the race. Last time, Martin Truex Jr. led 51 of 110 laps to score his 4th victory at Sonoma and 3rd in the last 5 races there. Kyle Busch finished 2nd. Joey Logano placed 3rd, and pole sitter Denny Hamlin won the opening stage but crashed in the final stage. So Joey Logano is on the pole today. Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, who had an issue, thought he had some major damage, but ended up not having that major of damage, was able to go back out and, I guess, rerun and do better for his qualifying. William Byron is 6th. Daniel Suarez is 7th. Alex Bowman, 8th. Ross Chastain is 9th, and 10th is Ty Gibbs. We have a total of 38 drivers. There are 15 Chevrolets, 15 Fords, and 8 Toyotas as of right now. So it shall be interesting. We have, in the last 8 Cup races, our winners so far have been Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, and William Byron. That takes us all the way back to Martinsville. So could we have somebody different at Sonoma? Could MTJ win today? We are still waiting to see, will he extend for another year at Joe Gibbs Racing? Or will his seat be up for grabs? He keeps telling us he's closer and closer every day to letting us know, but has yet to give us a final yay or nay as to whether he's coming back next year or not. So I love how he loves to play with us and keep us on our toes. He wouldn't be Martin Truex Jr. if he didn't. But I think sometimes, trying to figure out your life after racing too is difficult. He's also seeing all of his friends retire. He's kind of, besides Denny, the oldest. He is the oldest one out there now. So everybody else has retired, and maybe it would be cool to see him do one and say, this is my last one, so we could celebrate MTJ the proper way. He's been a good driver, and I can appreciate that about him. So have a great one. Enjoy your Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy race day. Enjoy some family time. And I will see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.